Have you been dismissed by doctors because you have IBS and they're saying, oh, just get more sleep, just figure it out, like don't eat this, take some ibuprofen, take some Imodium, whatever? I have been there, okay? I'm Molly, I'm a gut health dietitian, and I just wanted to say today that you are not alone. Every day I encounter women that come by and they talk to me and they say, like come into my private practice and they say, I just don't know what to do. I feel hopeless. I feel like nobody is listening to me. I feel like there's no answer to feeling better, how my symptoms are, what I'm going to do. And I'm here to tell you right now that there is an answer. You are not alone, and this is not all in your head. So if you feel like somebody is not listening to you, if you feel like you're being kind of like gaslit, or someone saying, hey, listen, you really need to just not be so stressed out and you need to take a nap and you need to take whatever, maybe you do need to take a nap. Okay, I'm not arguing with that, because there's a big kind of component here with your nervous system. So I do want to address the fact that yes, our nervous systems drive diarrhea, constipation, like that fight, flight, freeze, where, our body just is like ready to go fight a woolly mammoth. But at the same time, that's not the only reason, because if everyone who was in fight or flight had the horrible symptoms that are confusing and debilitating that you're experiencing, then we would know about it. It would be more common, right? But you're fighting an invisible battle. No one is here to tell you, it's not like you're out at dinner like, oh my gosh, I had the worst diarrhea again today and I'm just so hopeless. And if you are, good for you. I definitely would be. But the point is, I want you to understand that we're here together. There is a space that's safe for you to kind of unpack this stuff. And that's here with me at Women's Gut Health, because when I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, I definitely went through all these emotions. Over the course of my life, the past almost 30 years of having Crohn's disease, have been told all the things that you've been told by doctors, in one place or one way or another. Like, oh, well, that's to be expected. And if there's a symptom that's so debilitating that you can't even handle it, it's not to be expected, okay? That's not something that you have to live with, but it may be something that you have to invest in figuring out what's going on. So lots of things here. First of all, we may want to run through an elimination diet and do our own kind of situation. I did create a course, 6 modules, called the Gut Restoration, and I'll put the link in the show notes. But if you're doing an elimination diet that's based on someone else's elimination, but you don't like to cook, then you're gonna have a real hard time with that elimination diet, because I bet that it was written by, like a holistic something or other, whoever it is. And I bet that they certainly expect everyone who does an elimination diet to want to cook. But I know from being in private practice that not everybody wants to cook, and that's all right too. It doesn't mean that you can't get better. I do encourage, and I would say appreciate, that cooking is kind of the way that you are going to feel the best, the fastest. And I want to make note of that. However, if you are in a situation where you just don't have time, then there are lots of kind of semi-homemade, grab and go type things that we can focus on instead. Figuring out, using a food diary and not changing your diet for a week or so, food and symptoms, and tracking those, and then looking back and saying, okay, is there patterns here in my food diary where I can remove this food and I feel better? Maybe I should eliminate that food for 3 weeks or 6 weeks, and then reintroducing it. So calming down that inflammation that maybe the food is causing, which is a whole nother thing. And just kind of talking about, okay, well, here we are in this situation where I know what bothers me and I'm going to eliminate it. And then when I bring it back, I can see how bad does it make me feel. And when it was gone, how much improvement did I really get? And if you get significant improvement, that's a good start, right? If you don't get significant improvement, then you have to go to the next step, which is maybe to work with somebody and get your microbiome figured out, or get some more digestive support, because our body creates these enzymes, it creates these this bile and all kinds of stuff, stomach acid, that helps us digest everything. But when we're not adequate, like when we have IBS or stomach issues, GI issues, whatever it is, then that system is not going to work as well, because the long and short of it is our body's not going to secrete as much enzymes or as much stomach acid as it absolutely could. So keeping that in mind too, okay? But an elimination diet is a great place to start. Somewhere else that you could start is just by looking around at support groups or things like that, because this is an invisible battle that I know that you're fighting, because I too have fought this invisible battle. And, you know, I don't want you to feel like you aren't, like you're the only one in the world that this is happening to. You're not. There are so many women out there, especially, that are going through the same thing, and they are working and they are raising kids, or they are not, and they're just suffering in silence, or they can't work because they're so sick, and it's just being told over and over again, well, yeah, weird. That's actually something that happens in this country a lot. And so I'm here, I'm on your side. You are not alone. This is not the case of you need more sleep. This is not the case of it is going to go away, because you would know, right? If it was going to go away, it would have gone away by now. And it's just not like the best topic to talk about, you know? So I do want you to feel like, okay, I'm calm, I'm safe, it's okay, and I'm here for you.